What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be reviewing an amazing new addition to my Gemini Jets collection, and that is the Gemini Jets Gemini 200 series of the 1 to 200 scale AirBridgeCargo Boeing 747-400 freighter in the interactive series. So if you're not new to my channel and have been watching all my previous review videos, this is a new location that I will be filming my some of my larger aircraft model reviews, just so that way I can have a lot more open space to review the model thoroughly, rather than it being cramped on the desk where I usually film all of my other previous review videos. But if you're new to my channel, this is definitely going to be a spot where I will be reviewing all of my future larger model reviews. So I recently got this model for actually a really great price off of eBay. Usually these models, usually the cheapest price for a Gemini 200 series of a 747 is usually, the cheapest one is usually $150. I was able to get this one for around $95. Definitely a really great deal. Huge thanks to the seller who sold me this model. Got it in new condition off of eBay a couple weeks ago. So this is the interactive series of the AirBridgeCargo 747-400 freighter. This is the first interactive series model in my collection and the first Gemini 200 of a 747. So AirBridgeCargo is the largest cargo airline and the largest Russian cargo airline. It's founded in 2003. And they have had their flights suspended since 2022, but they are still in business. They are owned and operated by Volga-Dnepr Airlines, which is one of the other largest Russian cargo operators. The specific aircraft that this model is based off of, with the registration number as VP-BIM. The aircraft has been flying for the airline since 2007. So with that being said, let's get into the review of the model. So starting off with the box. So up at the top, you have the Gemini 200 series logo in the really nice gold coloring. Then you have the AirBridgeCargo logo displayed throughout the white stripe on the center of the box. And then you have the box art image of the 747 with the nose cone and the rear cargo door opened up to represent the interactive series. You have the interactive series logo displayed on the bottom left-hand corner. To me, it kind of looks like a 747-8 with the nose cone opened up, but below that, you have the 1 to 200 scale die-cast model aircraft, the information displayed there with the item number, and then above that is the Boeing 747-400F. So pretty much have the same exact information listed on both sides of the model, on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, with the Gemini 200 series, interactive series, the aircraft, and then Boeing 747 with the 1 to 200 scale die-cast model. On the bottom, you just have the Gemini 200 series logo, pretty much same thing on the top of the box as well, with the item number displayed again. And then on the back of the box, you have the Gemini 200 series logo in the gold coloring, and then more information about Gemini Jets and the Boeing official licensed product. So I do have the model already opened up, so I won't really be unboxing this. I have opened it up before, but like usual, my other previous review videos, I will pause the video just so I can get the model set up. So here is the Gemini Jets 1 to 200 scale AirBridgeCargo 747-400. So whenever you first take it out of the model out of the box, and this goes for all of the 747 interactive series models, whenever you first take it out of the box, it will always already be, it'll have the nose cone closed configuration, and you'll have the choice of which landing gear you would like to install. So when I first took it out of the box, I decided to have the landing gear down. But it is very easy to install both forms of the landing gear. I'm not going to install the landing gear up, but like I just said, it is very easy to install, and I just don't want to have to go through the hassle of trying to put it all together in this video. But landing gear is very easy to install, and I like how they give you the choice of whichever one you would like. If you want the gear up to make it look like the plane is flying, or if you want to change it up a bit and have the landing gear up while the nose cone is open to make it look like it's flying with the nose cone open, you can do that as well. But So the nose cone is very easy to install and remove. So apart from the other 3 cargo doors, the nose cone is very easy to install. So usually the nose cone up at the front, whenever it is in the closed configuration, all you have to do is simply just slide it out and it'll easily come out. It has some fabric in there to protect it from being scratched. And then you have in the inside of the plane, you can see inside down through part of the fuselage. And you can actually fit, you could probably fit a tiny model in there if it doesn't have any wings. If you cut the wings off of a little tiny model, you can fit one in there, make it look a little more realistic. Kind of like, I know the Airbus Beluga, I think, has that as well. You can actually fit almost a full model in there. That would definitely be a nice model to get in the 1-200 series. But so anyway, so how you install the nose cone in the up configuration, you have these little hooks right here that, in order to install it, which I was trying to figure this out for some reason when I had first opened up the model, but in order to install it, you need to make sure that these little hooks are even. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you can move these back and forth. When I first opened it up, it was like all the way in like that. So you want to make sure that they are all the way back, and that way you have to adjust it so that way it can fit inside of the model. But usually they do fit in really nicely here. I'm trying to get it so that way I can show it. But yeah, just like that, they usually fit in really nicely, and then the model is in the nose cone up configuration. Really nicely displayed there. It is kind of fragile though, like you don't really want to mess with it because it will fall out. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how exactly to install the other 3 cargo doors to be open, but I haven't exactly been able to figure out how to remove the original ones to begin with. So all 3 of the cargo doors do have these holes that are included in the somewhere throughout the bottom portion of the door. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but right there where that little gray dot is where there's a hole. It does seem like you can kind of put some kind of hook in there and remove it, but I have tried that and I haven't really been able to safely remove it without almost scratching the model. And that, and also the doors are pretty much kind of stuck in there. I haven't been able to remove them like easily. Even when I try to, they're kind of stuck in there. So if anyone knows how exactly to remove those safely, let me know down in the comments, or maybe include a link to a video. I've tried looking, but I haven't really been able to find anything to really know how to do it. So I won't be able to install those in this video, but anyway, I'll get into the review of the model. So right before that, the model stand that is included, a very nice model stand that is included with a great quality for the Gemini Jets models. The model stand that comes in that is included with the box is really nice how it is already put together. So usually if you buy these separately, usually comes with the screw and you have to kind of install it. But whenever it's inside the model, it is already put together, and it also has the fabric that is included on it to prevent the model from being scratched. Although it would be cool if the stand was customized to be specifically for the model, like having some sort of engravement here on the front of the stand to have the AirBridgeCargo 747-400 or something would be cool. But I do understand why they did it, so that way without it being specifically for this model, you can use it for any other 1-200 scale Gemini Jets model, or any other 747 Gemini Jets model. So now getting into the review of the model. So one thing I did figure out while trying to film this video is that the 1-200 scale on the 747s is very hard to maneuver. So I'll try my best to maneuver it, but I'm not going to zoom in because it'd be easier just to kind of go through it like this. So I have it already in the nose cone in the closed configuration. You have the 747 cockpit windows displayed there up at the top with the details for the kind of the window wipers, and then you have the emergency exit door on the top of the nose of the plane above the cockpit. 747-400 ERF for freighter with the nose gear underneath that I have already put in place. And then you have the first cabin door, ABC Pharma with the little tiny heart. right after the A in pharma. And then the AirBridgeCargo with the three windows above that as well, with the other details on the top of the plane as well. And then the undercarriage part, at least half the undercarriage, is in the light gray coloring. On the bottom, you have the main landing gear with the Gemini Jets logo, and then the hole where the model stand goes, and then the other lights displayed. On the wing, you have the lights that are on the part of the plane. I don't exactly know. I believe those are the lights on the plane. And then you have the AirBridgeCargo, ABC AirBridgeCargo displayed there on same thing displayed towards the front of the plane on the engine cowlings with the dark blue background. And then on the winglets, you have the AirBridgeCargo logo displayed there, and kind of their nice swoop globe design. It kind of looks like part of the United logo in a way, just kind of like a very small portion of the globe. Definitely a really cool logo design. And then on the back of the plane, you have the cargo door that I displayed earlier. I still haven't been able to figure out how to remove that. AirBridgeCargo display underneath that, and then on the back of the plane you have the logo design, the dark blue logo design that starts to kind of swoop upwards across the tail, and then the pharma with the heart logo displayed above there, and then the registration number, VP-BIM, with the rear cabin door, and then the other details displayed underneath the plane. So I'm going to try to turn the model around. Definitely, the way I have my setup here for my camera, it is kind of hard to maneuver this plane, since the 1 to 200 scales of these models, definitely, since it is all metal, it is relatively heavy. So I have another one that I reviewed. I think it's I still don't know how to pronounce it, the Shebeck models. I reviewed that in one of my previous videos of a 1 to 250 scale. That model is actually, for some reason, that one is a lot more heavier than this one. It really just depends on the type of metal that was used, but I'd say this model is probably a good 2 to 3 pounds. But yeah, so same information displayed here to prevent the nose cone from falling out. Same information displayed here, and underneath the nose cone, you have the AirBridgeCargo logo displayed. Again, with their website, actually, www.airbridgecargo.com. And then the details for the nose gear. You have the other cargo door there. You can see the hole that is displayed, that black dot, which I haven't been able to figure out how exactly to remove it without damaging it. The pharma AirBridgeCargo logo with the heart and an AirBridgeCargo, again with the other details displayed there, emergency exits. And then you have also the information, the details on the top of the plane with the antennas. Also be careful with those, because those can kind of stab you. I've had that happen in the past. And then all the other details throughout the plane. So that pretty much is all for today's review video. So this was definitely this was a first time video for me doing anything like this with this large of a Gemini Jets model. So once again, if any of you guys know how exactly to install these or remove the original model, remove the original cargo doors, let me know down in the comments, or if you know how to safely remove them, or if you want to include a link to a video. But yeah, so that pretty much is all for today's review video. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on this model, or if you have any Gemini Jets interactive series of the 1 to 200 scale 747s or anything like that. Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you all in the next video.